I really don't know how I would have reacted or felt towards certain situations.
Yeah. So that's so funny because, like I said earlier, when my ex-husband, my first child's father, when he initially began his relationship with his current wife, I really remember feeling some type of way because my child, my son used to talk about her all the time. He used to come home saying her name, and we did this, and we hung out this place and that place, and it was like, oh, that's so nice. But again, that was 10 years ago, so I was, 24 at that point. So it was like, oh, that's cute. That's nice. You guys hanging out together. And then, I remember when one of the things that made me feel the craziest, he came home telling me that they went to church. And they started doing that like often. He used to come home a lot telling me that they went to church. I'm like, this fool, the whole time we was married, I used to try to get him to go to church. Now he want to go to church all of a sudden because he with this girl. And I don't know what make her so better than me.
They crazy, y'all. See?
How you going to go to church with her and not go to church with me? So I really felt some type of way about this woman. But I think, it was because he had moved on. He had really found someone who honestly made him happy. And I was still searching for that. So
hateration.
It was
in this place.
Shut up. In this dancery.
I don't know what
I don't know what it is either. But anyway,
she's the best. Ever, Mary J, I love you if you're listening.
Yeah. Okay. So, but I really felt some type of way, and we had to grow. I had to grow to the place where I am now. And I think at that point, as a matter of fact, I was in a relationship. I was in a situationship. It was actually an abusive relationship that I was in at the time. So just seeing him, or not even seeing him, knowing that he was in this happy little relationship and they walking around holding hands and skipping together, while I'm dealing with this crap. It was crazy. But, like I said earlier, we're definitely at a place now where I can honestly say that we're friends. We talk on the phone, we talk in person, we text each other, we pray for each other, everything. So, yeah.
Yeah, and we have another comment that just came in saying that is how I felt about my ex-husband, who now is doing things that I couldn't make him do while we were in a marriage, and he actually thanks me for how I motivated him. And yes, I mean, I don't know that experience personally in my own situation, but I've witnessed it multiple times where, man, I done seen some sisters fix up some dudes, some rusty brothers, some dirty dudes, fix them up. They got on their feet. They started doing things a little bit, but still wasn't at that level where the woman wanted them to be. And then, as they still are maturing and growing, which a lot of times we just want to ignore that fact that, we're still maturing, we're still growing no matter how old we are. And so we just look at everything in a personal light. But like you said, he thanks you for motivating him now, because without you starting him on that path, the person that he's with now, he probably still wouldn't be doing those things. It'll probably be her going through that. So, yeah, I've witnessed it.
Ooh, that's a sting, though. Ooh, it's such a sting. It's such a sting. And that's exactly what I went through. It's like, no, now you want to be a family man. Like, it is a sting. You can get over it. I mean, through prayer and accept his thanks. Because although you may be hurting through the process, you contributed to him being a better person. And that's our duty. That's one of our duties as Christians, is to help people become better. So, accept his thanks and let that be that. And believe that it was, God did use you to help make him a better person. Mm-hmm. And thank God for using you. So, and that's where you have to leave it, because we just, it does hurt. But you just got to thank God for allowing you to be in that situation to help someone else grow.
Yeah, and I guess, I don't know, I guess, I'm sorry, I know, back to my manly nonchalant attitude, but, when I was in a relationship with the first other, I would push her. I would push her, to go further, to do more. And, she was a CNA at the time. And I'm like, yo, you should be more than a CNA. Like, I know that's like, it's a great field to get into if you love dealing with people and working with people and helping people. And I mean, quite honestly, it's a lot of stability in nursing, because there's always a whole lot of people, and at the rate that the travel bunch is going, we have a lot more people to take care of. So, yeah. So it's always going to be a field there. So I would push her, and she just was not ready at the time. And now she's finishing up, becoming an RN now, and I'm happy for her. I mean, she might have been in a relationship with somebody that she was with at the time who really got her to that point that said, you know what, okay, he wants me to do it. But I never really got mad about it. I didn't really feel any type of way about it. I joke because we have a joking relationship, and I have a lack of filter on my mouth. Mm-hmm. So, excuse you.
I'm sorry. I forgot it was your time.
So, I say what I want, I guess. Yeah. But not exactly.
He's better now.
Yes.
We'll put it that way. He used to say what he wanted, when he wanted, and how he wanted to say it. Now he did put a little filter on it a little bit.
Yeah. So, but I never really felt any type of way about it. I never really said, oh, he got you doing this when I've been trying to tell you to do this. I never felt that way about it. I joke with her, be like, oh yeah, now you finally do all this after I've been trying to tell you for like ever. But that was pretty much it. And I mean, that I don't know. I care. I love hard. I care very deeply about everybody, but I don't lose sleep. I guess I could say. I don't know.
Yeah. And and actually the listener who's communicating with us through chat, she said that her ex is single now, but she's still happy for him, and good luck for the next woman that he's with, and also for his son to see him walking on the right path. And that's definitely important, because I thank God for the growth. I keep talking about my son's father because I really don't have any communication with my daughter's father, unfortunately. But, I thank God for the growth that I've seen in him in the past 10 years, and for my son, and for his other children and for his wife, because we all grow, and that's something that it's inevitable. Now, the rate at which you grow or how you grow is up to you, but growth is inevitable. Mm-hmm. So I'm just thankful for the growth that I have seen in him, and for the impression that he does have on my son, because it's a big one. He loves his daddy is Superman to the 100th power. Mm-hmm. I could tell him that the sky is blue all his life, and his dad could say the sky is blue all his life. But if tomorrow his dad wanted to decide that the sky is red, then that's what color it is to both of them. But I thank God that they do have the relationship that they do. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and those who know me know I live my life by movies and music. So everything is pretty much compared to a movie or a song. I really find a deep impact in those things. So, this right here, this what we're talking about right now, it really reminds me a lot of Good Luck Chuck. Good Luck Chuck. I'm pretty sure that's the name of it.
That's the name of it.
Yeah, with Jessica Alba and whatever his name is. Yeah, I forgot his name, but Jessica Alba's movie. And a lot of times, I think that women feel like a Good Luck Chuck. Chuck was supposedly cursed as a child by a girl who he didn't want to kiss, playing spin the bottle or something like that. And so the curse was, every woman that you're with, once you stop being with them, the next person they find, they're going to fall in love with, and they're going to live happily ever after. So, we have that mentality that I was with this person, I thought it was going to work out, everything was good or whatever the case is, and then this next woman, this next man that they're with, it seems to be like they're just happy and everything is good, and you're sitting there feeling like, wow, like why what is wrong with me? And it's tough because a lot of times we always seem to point that finger at ourselves and say, why am I not with them? Is my fault? Is what I did? Which, I mean, is the mature thing to do anyway, even if everything isn't your fault, but taking responsibility for what is and moving forward. But, I mean, no one really likes others in that sense of having them. I always had that dream as a child. I was going to be married and have kids with my wife, and that was it, and that was it. And you get into these relationships and you feel as though that's the case, and that was what it was. Okay, question: did either of you struggle with any of your exes trying to sleep with you after you moving on from the relationship because they see you still single?
Okay. I had my son's father say, we're comfortable with each other, so why not? How do you create the boundary between co-parenting and friendship and explaining that you don't want more? Ooh, I definitely had that situation. I had that situation not with my first child's father, but actually with my second child's father. I think that he's the type of person that no female rejects, or that he rarely gets rejected. Whether he's trying to talk to him, sleep with him, whatever the case is, he rarely gets rejected. So he never really tried to come on to me while I was in a relationship with whoever else. But when I was single, yes, he definitely tried. He would come over and anything he would give my daughter the world, as long as he thought that he was getting some extra points with me. And every once in a while, he would come around and say, hey, so, what's up with me and you? Sir, no. Sir, just no. That was a phase in my life. It's over. And that's the end of it. And I just had to stay consistent with my answer and not be confused. He said, yes, Lord. And not be confusing, not be contradicting my actions and my words, And I definitely had to let him know, I'm just not that into you. And like I said, it was a phase in my life, and we have a beautiful daughter out of it. Unfortunately, he doesn't know her now, but we do have a wonderful daughter, and that was that. And unfortunately, I feel that because I didn't entertain his advances, my daughter suffered from not having him in her life. or, or it has an impact on her, not suffered, but it definitely has an impact